Siddhartha's sacrifice was not just the renunciation of a throne, it was the birth of hope for all of mankind. How he survived extreme penance, and how he finally achieved enlightenment under the sacred Bodhi tree. Some 2,600 years ago, nestled in the foothills of North India, lay a magnificent kingdom called Kapilavastu. This land was ruled by the righteous king Shuddhodana and his deeply spiritual queen, Mahamaya. Life was peaceful, but one night, the queen had a dream so profound that it would change the course of human history forever. In her dream, the sky filled with a brilliant white light. From the heavens descended a majestic, snow-white elephant with 6 tusks. It, gently holding a white lotus, entered her womb. Stunned by the vivid dream, the king summoned the wisest astrologers of the realm. Their prediction sent shivers through the court. "O king, your queen will bear a son of unimaginable greatness. He will either become a universal emperor, ruling the entire earth, or he will become a supreme spiritual teacher, showing a suffering world the path to ultimate truth." King Shuddhodana was overjoyed but secretly terrified. He wanted his son to inherit his throne, not a wandering monk's bowl. Months rolled by. Following ancient customs, Queen Mahamaya set out for her parents' home to give birth. Along the way, they passed the breathtakingly beautiful Lumbini Park. Feeling exhausted, the queen stopped to rest. As she reached out, a branch of a mighty sal tree miraculously bent down to meet her hand. And there, standing under the full moon of Vaisakha, she gave birth to a radiant prince. But this was no ordinary birth. Legends say that immediately after entering the world, the newborn infant took 7 steps forward, and beneath each step, a beautiful lotus flower bloomed instantly from the bare earth to catch his feet. The infant then pointed one finger to the heavens and declared, "In the heavens and on the earth, I am the venerable teacher. This is my final birth on this earth." The kingdom erupted in celebration. They named the child Siddhartha, meaning, "he who achieves his goal." Amidst the grand celebrations, a revered hermit named Asita, who had renounced all worldly pleasures, arrived at the palace. The moment he looked upon the infant prince, something incredible happened. First, the old sage smiled with pure joy, and then, suddenly, he burst into tears. Panic struck the king. "Oh, great sage, is there some hidden danger to my son?" he asked. Asita wiped his tears and shook his head. "Do not fear, O king," I smiled, "because this boy will undoubtedly become the greatest teacher the world has ever seen. But I weep for myself, because I am old, and I will not live long enough to hear his supreme wisdom or see the light he brings to the world." Tragedy struck the palace soon after. Only 7 days after giving birth, Queen Mahamaya passed away. Siddhartha was raised with fierce love by his aunt and stepmother, Mahapajapati Gautami. Growing up, Siddhartha was unlike other princes. He had no taste for rowdy games or violence. He loved to sit alone in the gardens, lost in the quiet beauty of nature. One day, a flock of white swans flew overhead. Suddenly, an arrow tore through the sky, piercing a swan. The bleeding bird fell from the air, crashing right in front of Siddhartha. Horrified, the prince gently picked up the bird, pulled out the arrow, and applied soothing herbal juice to its wound. Moments later, his cousin Devadatta came running, bow in hand. "That swan is mine," Devadatta demanded. "I shot it down." Siddhartha looked at him calmly and replied, "No, Devadatta, I saved its life. It belongs to me." The dispute was taken to the royal court. The ministers were divided, unable to decide who was right. Then an ancient wise man stood up and said words that would echo through generations. A life belongs to the one who saves it, not the one who tries to destroy it. Therefore, the swan rightfully belongs to Siddhartha. This early event showed the world the boundlessness of the prince's heart. Seeing Siddhartha's deep compassion and detached nature, King Shuddhodana grew desperately worried. To shield his son from the harsh realities of life, the king ordered the construction of 3 magnificent palaces, one for each season. He gave a strict command: no sadness, no sickness, no old age, and not even a single withered leaf was to ever enter the prince's sight. When Siddhartha came of age, he won the hand of the beautiful Princess Yashodhara in a grand tournament. Years of luxury passed, and they were blessed with a beautiful son. Siddhartha named him Rahul, which literally means a chain or a bondage. Siddhartha felt another worldly tie, binding him to a life he didn't truly understand. But truth cannot be hidden behind palace walls forever. Driven by a deep curiosity to see the outside world, Siddhartha asked his loyal charioteer, Channa, to drive him through the city. The king ordered the streets to be beautifully decorated, but destiny had other plans. As the chariot moved through the crowds, Siddhartha's eyes fell upon 4 sights that shattered his reality forever. The first sight. He saw a man with a deeply bent back, trembling hands, and wrinkled skin. Channa explained, "My prince, that is old age. Everyone who is born must one day lose their youth and become frail." The second sight. He saw a man crying out in agony, his body wasted away. Channa said, "That is sickness, my lord. No human body is safe from the torment of disease." The third sight. He saw a lifeless body being carried by weeping relatives. Stunned, Siddhartha asked, "Channa, what is happening to him?" Channa replied heavily, "That is death, prince. It is the ultimate end. One day, your wife, your son, you and I, we will all turn to ash." Siddhartha's heart sank into deep grief. How could people laugh and celebrate when such terrifying suffering awaited them at any moment? It was then that his eyes fell upon the 4th sight. A wandering monk, walking with an aura of immense peace and serenity. Channa murmured, "He is a hermit, lord. He has renounced all worldly desires to find the cure for life's miseries." That night, the palace felt like a prison. The beautiful music sounded like noise, and the luxuries felt hollow. Siddhartha knew he could not live a lie anymore. He had to find a way to free humanity from the endless cycle of old age, sickness, and death. In the dead of night, while the entire palace was under a deep, supernatural sleep, Siddhartha walked into his wife's chambers. Yashodhara and baby Rahul were sleeping peacefully. He stepped forward to hold his son one last time, but stopped. He knew that if his family woke up, his love for them would never let him leave. With a heavy but determined heart, he turned away and slipped out into the darkness. He woke Channa, mounted his favorite horse, Kanthaka, and rode silently past the heavily guarded gates into the quiet night. By dawn, they reached the banks of a distant river, far beyond the borders of Kapilavastu. Siddhartha drew his sword, cut off his long royal hair, and stripped off his precious jewels, handing them to a weeping Channa. Tears streaming down his face, Channa cried, "My prince, how can I go back without you? What will I tell the king?" Siddhartha placed a comforting hand on Channa's shoulder and smiled softly. "Tell my father and my family that I have not left them in anger. I love them so deeply that I am leaving to find a cure for their pain and the pain of the entire world. The day I find ultimate truth, I shall return." With a broken heart, Channa took the reins of Kanthaka and slowly walked back toward the palace. And Prince Siddhartha, now dressed in the simple robes of an ascetic, walked alone into the deep, mysterious forests. This was the night a prince died, and the journey of the Buddha began. We will explore in the next chapter of his life. If this story of ultimate sacrifice touched your heart, please hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the next part. Thank you for watching, and may you find peace on your journey.